Hey yo everybody. The well. Hey, last chapter. Something you're gonna realize really quick with this episode, this part, is this. I accidentally might have, in an accident, messed up the audio. So, just like the first episode, I have to do some on the fly stuff here, and that's what it is. So that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a bunch of edits, because this is just basically incredibly long fight after incredibly long fight with the same enemies we've been watching this whole time. There's not really any story to it. There's not really anything to listen to. It's just shoot, death. It's just the same thing over and over. So I just plucked out the best kills, the best little scenarios for each area, and on we move. And we'll see how it goes, because this is slightly weird to not react to what's happening. But I guess we can be impressed by some of the graphical glitches that appear, because they will appear. We have, among other things, we have pulling one of the screaming ladies out of her phase. We have an invisible Coco thing. Here comes the phase rip. That's pretty dope, I guess. I mean, the use of the Berserk here went pretty fucking well. I remember very clearly that I was very excited that I actually once got to use the Berserk properly, because all the other times I kind of wasted it, because I have no idea what I'm doing really. I guess that's the whole crux of the situation. I also have to apologize for the crudeness of some of these cuts, but I think I made it somewhat non-invasive for the most part. Also, these areas here, this one confused the living snot out of me for some reason. And reviewing the footage back, I was like, why were you confused, dude? You know, it's drop down, shoot the thingies, press the button over here, and progress. But for some reason, I just absolutely couldn't see where I was going here in a bit. Jump down, and this just led to confusion. I was running everywhere, to the left where you don't need to go, trying to get back up where you don't need to go. I then found out that the map is over here, so I had to remember to go back. This is like after death number 2, I think, because I was so fucking confused. Here it looks like I've played it before, because I have. This is like the 3rd or 4th time I'm here. And I am at this point probably slightly annoyed at myself for being so confused over this layout. I don't really know why it confused me, but it did. The thing I remember very distinctly that I didn't know and I couldn't figure out is this part. You just jump and then jump. I don't know why I didn't just jump and jump. But I didn't. And here I knew to just continue because I'd been killed up there once by this fucker and his buddy. There's the buddy. Boom, dead. But yeah, I guess I could take the time to reflect on the game as a whole, and maybe voice some of my pros and cons here. It's great for aggression. If you have some like latent aggression you need to get out, this game is for you. If you have issues with bad jumping mechanics, then this game is not for you. Yeah, that's ominous. This for some reason I'm hesitant here. Probably because I'm being shot at, but this is attempt number 2. This is the first of many, in my opinion, way too many areas that are somewhat tight and somewhat confined with way too many enemies and not really anything other than just an orgy of enemies. It's very much different than the beginning of the game where you have to like find your way around and there's a lot of story to it, there's a lot of stuff you need to hear, pay attention to. Now we've just gotten to the point of the final bit, you versus a million, kill everything. And that's, you know, it's fine, I guess. I just felt like we'd done plenty of murdering. I would have loved a little bit more like to it. It is what it is. You can't say it isn't action filled, because it is. You can also see how incredibly bad I am at jumping. So that, coupled with not the best jumping mechanics in the world, is a very bad combo. And here we have a dude who spawns into another dude! I like that for some reason. And now, yet again, also I have to say, these fights here often lead to like not knowing where the last person is, and then you run around looking for the last person. Anyway, there he was. It's the first one. You go to the side of the level, or the area, arena, and you can't, no, you can't, no, we can't press it. No. Good. For some reason I'm curious about this area. I don't know why, but I was. Anyway, you have to go up and press the things in the middle of the big thing. And this shit you have to do multiple times. In just as small arenas, which is... I was already at this point like, okay, I'm ready for the boss. So, having to do this 2 more times is a bit excessive. But I guess they wanted something like... wanted it to be very insurmountable.
He must not be allowed to free them.
Yeah. I know you don't want me to, but you know. Some more nice Berserk use for once, which is nice. It's a bit sad. It took all the way to chapter 13 for me to learn how to use the Berserks properly. Mainly probably just because this game confused the living shit out of me for some reason. But all that being said, it's a lot of fun. That's like there's frustration points, and then there's like your own idiocy points. That's not their fault. That's my fault. And then there's just a ton of fun. But it does get very repetitive. What do you expect from Doom? Oh, bad aiming. This I hadn't done before, so that's cool. Sneaking in a back chainsaw kill, and that's a nice cut. For some reason I chose to just run into the dude with 6 health left and punch him. Remarkably, I didn't die in arena number 2 here. I actually cracked it in the first shot, which I didn't really expect after spending way too long time on the first arena. I also, for some reason, I don't know why, I never switched back to actual grenades here. I just continuously had the decoy. I'm pretty sure, because like now I'm annoyed at myself for not throwing grenades, so I'm pretty sure I must have thought every single time that I was gonna throw a grenade. Which is kind of silly. Another nice little time-saving cut. This is the first series where I edit, so yeah, area fucking secure. Whoop-de-doodle-doo. And then you stock up, then you remove the thing, and then you go to the next area. It's like it's for my taste it's too much of the same. But all that being said, the boss battle at the end was pretty cool. I would have just like maybe like could we have maybe skipped the first area here and just done the 3 arenas, or removed one of the arenas? It's a bit much, but you know, like I said, they probably wanted a marathon survival, you against a million ending. I guess it fits Doom, but at the same time, it yeah. And then for some reason I charged another shot, and like, what am I going to shoot? And then I waste it on a perfectly normal little imp, like a doofus. But that's a nice shot. And then I charge another one. I don't know how to work these weapons. Go on. It's pretty evident. If you've been watching the other episodes, I'm not a Doom weapon expert. Right in the face. And right in the eye. I don't think I've ever, like, I thankfully, at least in my opinion, it got more, like, you could, the other arenas here are easier to get a grasp of how they, how the layout is. The first one totally just, like, confused the living snot out of me. Maybe that's why I died a couple times on that one and not on these ones. Spoilers. I was really... At first I was a little upset, but then I kind of found it funny that I start out by having an issue with the audio and then end up having an issue with the audio, so... See, that's a brilliant toss right there. Toss a grenade into a pillar and it hits nothing. Another pretty evident thing is that I'm using a controller because I didn't have a proper mouse. I just only recently got a proper mouse, so... I know some people will probably say, well, a shitty mouse is better than the controller. No, 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 no. Trust me, no. Oh, big fuckers. Big fuckers. Boom. No big fuckers left. I've always liked that one. That's a good kill animation. Let's see, now we're looking for the last dude. And the last dude just happened to like show up randomly this time, which is nice. Yeah. On to the boss in a little while, which is, to me, was actually one of the better boss battles I've played in a long time. I thought it was great. I thought it was a lot of fun. Especially right after these three sections, which I found to be, well, actually 4 sections, which I found to be quite boring. Because at this point, like, you're worn out of the same thing, or I was at least. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, the ghost of the thing. Yeah, another hole. Going in yet another hole.
They promised me so much.
Yeah. And they screwed you over royally, didn't they? Like horribly royally. There. And then out comes a pony. Roughly. Or like a brain with crab legs. Same. Just as cute. You will notice pretty quickly that health bar goes down somewhat slowly. Which is good, because, you know, a good, nice ending boss battle is always a good thing that it's long. When it's actually good. Like the I can't even remember the name of it, but we were up against somebody in like a circular arena that was really, really shitty. This is like a million times better. I also found it to be like it was less irritating, which is also good for someone like me. I would just have thought it would switch quicker. It would switch to what can I call it? Like stage 2 or something. Like it would switch attacks faster than it did. Because I feel like I've been shooting at it quite a while now, and it hasn't really done anything. Maybe that's because this is just a normal difficulty, and I'm not going for the masochistic difficulty, but those pillars, like I was expecting like them to play a part way sooner than they actually do. See, and this is just waste of bullets because I'm not hitting anything. There we go. Hit the exposed parts, maybe. Such a lovely sound. Yeah. Low ammo. Everything is just low ammo at this point. 59 shotgun shells left. And siphon grenades. See what I'm saying with, like, it takes a long while for it to start doing something different. Here we go. And do I realize anything? No. Do I get electrocuted? Yes. Am I having trouble with the jumping? Yes. Is it anything new? No. Oh, here we go. See? I figured it out. And then, like a dummy, I stand on it for too long. Spikes up my ass. Breaking out the Gauss cannon. But maybe it's just me. I find this to be much more fun than the repetitive same monsters we've killed 1,000 of 100 million times. Maybe they could have done like, see, I'm a genius here. Falling falling back down twice. Maybe something like a boss, and then an arena, and then this. Maybe? Just to mix it up a bit. And I do it again. I didn't learn a goddamn thing. There, I was pretty smart, jumping to the side of the whole thing. But what's the thing? Even a blind chicken can find something. I don't know. Yeah, stock me up. I'm actually surprised they gave you health during this. Ow. I understand the ammo because you're running out and you can't be running around with the little pea shooter. But what I really was expecting was to, when we reach this point. Oh, it's all wrong. I'm dying. Oh no. Help me. Oh no. Blah blah. Bleh. I was expecting here for the fucker to, like, something burst out of it, or... But no. You just shoot it in the fucking face with the BFG, and you're done. It's a tad anticlimactic, isn't it? Yeah. And we're floating again.
You've won. It's over. You stopped the invasion and closed the portal. But it's come at a price. Argent, Vega, this entire operation. You see, I've watched your work. Come to understand your motivation. You think the only way is to kill them all, leave nothing behind. And you may be right. But we can't just shut it all down. Without Argent energy, it will be worse. I don't expect you to agree. But with this, we can continue our work.
He's a Jedi.
I am not the villain in this story. I do what I do because there is no choice.
Rerouting tether coordinates complete.
Our time is up. I can't kill you, but I won't have you standing in our way
Well, shit.
until we see each other again.
It's, you know, okay. And then we float back up and away we go, and that's Doom for you. And with that, I have saved your Earth. Have a nice day.